Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading regarding blockages in your life. If you don't feel like you have anything blocking you in your path right now, like there's a pebble in your path, this might not be your reading. If you want to watch anyways, that's totally fine. But I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I'm going to really be dialing in, kind of doing some surgery on what could be blocking a Cancer out there in the collective, wide, big world. So let's grab Tarot of Mystical Moments and let's get started. For the sign of Cancer, the water sign Cancer, let's find out if there's anything blocking you. And if so, how do we remove that block for you? What would be some great advice for you in order to find out what's blocking you and how to remove that? One more shuffle here. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. I really appreciate the time that you might spend watching the readings that I put out. It means so much to me. So for the sign of Cancer, the first card we want to draw is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? What makes you feel a little freaked out? Oh man, death. This is your water cousin Scorpio's power card here. Death is about endings. But I want you to know that when something ends, something new begins. You know, just because this physical body might go, you see all the flowers blooming inside. I mean, there's a spirituality to life. There is not just always like a clean cut finality. There's usually something ends and something opens, something starts. So death is just really transformation. It's the changing of form. When water changes to steam or water changes to ice, it's still water. It's just changed form. You're afraid, I'm going to say it like this, of change, of transformation, evolution, evolving, something requiring you to lay down who you used to be in an effort to become who you were meant to be. Ooh, I'm getting deep, huh? This is in the position of what you're afraid of. Let's find out, why are you stuck? If you feel stuck, why? Why is Cancer stuck? What could be making a Cancer feel as if they are stuck? Page of Pentacles. This is, it's like a new beginning in a job. It's a job offer. It's a new start where finances are concerned. It's like an upgrade in your life, but it's the very beginning stage. Page is fresh and they bring messages. So it's messages about a new start financially or in your health, like you're starting a new health program. But why you feel stuck in this energy is you feel like you want to start something new, but you don't know quite how, or you don't have the energy to put forth the effort that is needed towards that fresh start. So it's like you're stuck in your own, I don't know why you're stuck, because you're afraid of transformation. Let me put it to you like this. Say you are somebody that needs to lose an amount of weight. You want to lose the weight, but what you're afraid of is like a full, complete transformation, because if you become your most perfect body, perfect self, what will that require of you? Do you know what I mean? Who will I have to be if I am like my ideal body weight, my ideal body shape person? What will that mean for me? I mean, it's all good to fantasize about being our perfect self, but when we really stop and think about it, we could be a little afraid of that too. It's valid. So we could be afraid of being our perfect self. But what is keeping you stuck is the actual effort that is needed to get us started towards our perfect self. So right now we know what we need to do. We've got our watering can. We need to go and put water on the flowers and get in the sunshine, but we are stuck with that. It's almost like we're stuck at the first step. The first step is we got to get going, but we're stuck. We're afraid to transform. So how do we unblock ourselves? How do we unblock ourselves then? Cancer. How do we unblock? Eight of Pentacles. We get to work. We get to work. Eight of Pentacles is being the master of your craft. It's being like the best on the block. It's being the person that everybody goes to about transforming our lives. If you actually put your pedal to the metal with this life goal, whatever it is, I just gave you an example, but it might be something totally different. If you want to lose 200 pounds, you want to, but you're afraid. And it's putting one foot in front of the other. It's taking that very first step, but you're stuck on like that first rung of the ladder. In an effort to unblock yourself, you are going to have to get to work. You know how it's the first step that's the hardest? Once we take the first step, then we can take the second and the third and the fourth. This is the eighth step, Eight of Pentacles. Think of that ladder or that staircase. Once you get to the eighth step, you're practically done. And you've already done 7 steps behind you. So you already feel that familiarity. You've already been doing it. You're in it. You're in the middle. But you're really good at it now because you've been showing up. You've been paying attention. You've been dedicated. And that's what is required. Dedication. That's how you're going to unblock yourself, Cancer. At the bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. This is the underlying energy. And at the end of the day, no matter what else we talked about here, the energy that is following you around is the Three of Swords. And you know what that is? Heartbreak, sadness. You've been hurt. But the Three of Swords, it's sword energy, so it's all about your mind. It's remembering pain. And sometimes, and I'm going to put it like this very specifically, sometimes we keep ourselves stuck because we don't think we deserve or are worthy of good things. So we stay stuck in pain and challenge and disparity, and we try and we give up, so we don't even make it to the first step. And we're afraid of transformation because sometimes it's not success that we're afraid of. Sometimes it's not failure that we're afraid of. It's success. Because if I become successful, what is that going to require of me? Am I really ready for that? Something to contemplate. Let me grab the Wild Reflections tarot cards and let's clarify. For the sign of Cancer, let's first clarify why the Death card, it's the power card for the sign of Scorpio. Why does the Death card show up in what Cancer is afraid of? Because, oh dear, the Two of Cups. This is your card, Cancer. Two of Cups is Cancer energy. To transform is taking you towards this soulmate journey. Let me go back to square one. What if you lost X amount of weight? What will that require of you? Who will you have to be if you become your perfect ideal self? What if that is where you feel so good about yourself, you're finally able to have the kind of soulmate love you've always wanted? But that's scary too. So what if you keep yourself stuck on purpose because you don't know who you're going to be at your perfect ideal self? And what if you don't know how to handle soulmate love or perfect love or a soulmate in general? So you keep yourself afraid of it in an effort to stay safe. Just a speculation. Why is the Page of Pentacles here for why Cancer is stuck? Why is the Cancer stuck on Page of Pentacles? The Five of Wands. That's all about impulsivity and ego battles and proving that you've got your big stick and your stick is bigger than everybody else's and everybody else better back down. You know, sometimes it is the saddest, scaredest people that fight, because if they're calm and cool and collected, they don't know that side of themselves. So they fight and they bicker and they argue and they are ornery because that's the only comfort zone they've really known. They don't know how to be the alternative. And I'm not saying that you're that kind of rambunctious person, but this Five of Wands, when we're so focused on animosity and conflict and challenge and people competing with us, that we're not focusing on taking that first step. So whatever's keeping you stuck and the reason why you can't take the first step, I think it's that extraneous energy that keeps you fixated on arguments and conflicts and competitive natures of other people, and that keeps you stuck from taking that first step that you need to take. If this is not your reading, do not make this reading fit. This is a very specific reading for a very specific Cancer. If it's your reading, I would love to hear about that, but let's move on. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. In order to get you unstuck from whatever is keeping you blocked, the energy of Eight of Pentacles means basically roll up your sleeves, get your hands in the dirt, get going. That is the only way you're going to get out of the stuck feeling of the blocked energy. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for the sign of Cancer? The Ace of Swords. It's about a new moment of clarity, fresh mind, clear mind, fresh new energy. It's like the light bulb moment. The Ace of Swords is mental energy, and it is like that in the morning when you open the curtains and you look out upon the day. It's fresh, it's new, it's Ace of Swords. You're able to have this moment of clarity where you realize, I need to get my butt in gear. The only way for me to get out of this stuck place that I've been, I need to get busy. I need to get working. Let's do it. Let's go. Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. That's very negative energy, but it's positive for me to share with you, because whatever burdensome cycle you've been in, 10 is the end of it. So this backbreaking, burdensome, everybody sees Cancer as, you're so strong, you're so smart, you're so loving, you're so capable. And let me keep adding to your plate and adding to your plate. And you're so kind and you're so loving and you're so nice that you don't say no. And so at the end of the day, you have finally reached your limit. And in an effort for you to focus on a little bit more of yourself, you need to put an end to the painful, burdensome cycle of people laying their crap on your back. 10 of Wands is, it's over. No more of that. Let's grab the Priestess of Light oracle cards for you and give you a final message to send you on your way, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to do reading for you. We have telepathy, transmission, perception, communication. Look at that beautiful wolf guarding and guiding you by your side. Telepathy, it's transmission, perception, and communication mentally. So in an effort for you to really dial into this reading, if this is your reading, tap in, especially if you are somebody that prays, that believes in a higher power, that there's universal energy, that there's love and there's light out there. Tap into that. Tune into that source of love and receive a transmission, receive perceptions and communications for your highest and best good. Cancer, it was a pleasure to do this reading for you. Thank you so much for your time, effort, and attention. And I would ask for a like, a follow, a subscribe, a share of the video. If you want to comment, I'm always open to comments. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and it was a pleasure to do this reading for you. Thank you so much. Be blessed and be well. Namaste.